Mercy's memorable vacation. Hello, my name is Mercy. I had always dreamed of escaping the busy city and my everyday life. At 25, the weight of my duties seemed to press down on me. One evening, as I looked out of my apartment window, an advertisement for a tropical island getaway flashed across my television screen. It felt like the universe was sending me a sign. Determined to take a break, I decided to book the trip. Little did I know, this vacation would change my life in ways I couldn't imagine. As I packed my bags, a small key slipped from my bookshelf, a remnant of a past I rarely spoke of. I picked it up, pondered its significance for a moment, and then tucked it into my luggage. Just in case, I thought with a smile.
If you're enjoying this story, don't forget to subscribe to Learn English with Profi Jaimi. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with our latest videos and never miss out on engaging content. Plus, check out the description below for a link to download a copy of the story transcript and a worksheet to practice the vocabulary and grammar from the story. Your support helps us create more great content for you to enjoy. Thank you for watching. And now back to the story.
Chapter 1. Preparation. The days leading up to my departure were filled with excitement. I carefully packed my bags, making sure I had everything I needed for the trip. Clothes, toiletries, a few books to read by the beach, all went into my suitcase. The small key also found its place among my belongings, a curious reminder of a past chapter of my life. I bought my plane tickets and planned the details of my trip, from the hotel reservations to the activities I wanted to try. Each step brought a mix of excitement and a bit of frightening feeling. It had been a long time since I had taken a vacation, and the thought of leaving my routine behind was both thrilling and a little scary. But as the day of departure approached, my excitement grew stronger, and I knew I was ready for the adventure that awaited me. The day of my departure arrived, and with a mix of excitement and nervousness, I boarded the plane. As I buckled my seatbelt, I couldn't shake the feeling that this journey would be more than just a relaxing vacation. I had a sense that the island held secrets waiting to be uncovered. As the plane soared above the clouds, my mind drifted to the key in my luggage. What stories from my past would connect with the adventures that awaited me? Chapter 2. Arrival at the island. When the plane finally touched down on the island, I was amazed by a rush of excitement. The tropical air was warm and inviting. I collected my luggage and headed outside to find a taxi. As the taxi took me to my hotel, I was amazed at the lush landscapes and vibrant colors that surrounded me. It was a paradise come to life. The hotel was nothing short of luxurious. The lobby was adorned with beautiful flowers, and the staff greeted me with warm smiles. I checked into my room, which was spacious and comfortable, with a stunning view of the ocean. I knew instantly that this place would be the perfect escape from my busy life. Chapter 3. Exploring the island. The next morning, I set out to explore the island. I started with a visit to the beach, where the soft sand welcomed my feet, and the sound of the waves provided a relaxing soundtrack. I swam in the crystal-clear ocean, feeling the cool water refresh my spirit. After swimming, I sunbathed on the warm sand, letting the sun's rays relax me completely. As I walked slowly along the beach, I met some friendly locals who shared their stories with me. They invited me to try their local food, and I eagerly accepted. The dishes were flavorful and unique, giving me a taste of the island's culture. Later, I took a stroll to the nearby marketplace. The vendors sold handmade crafts, colorful textiles, and fresh produce. The air smelled sweet from the tropical fruits. I bought a few souvenirs to remember my trip. As the day ended, I joined my new friends to watch the sunset. The sky turned orange, pink, and purple. It was a beautiful and perfect end to a wonderful day. Chapter 4. Adventurous Activities. During my stay, I looked for adventure. One sunny morning, I went snorkeling in the clear waters. I saw colorful fish swimming around me. The underwater world was beautiful, and I felt like I was in another realm. The fish were bright, and the coral was amazing. I swam slowly, enjoying every moment. Another day, I hiked in the mountains. The trail was steep, but the views were worth it. From the top, I saw the island below. The beaches, forests, and ocean looked stunning. The beauty of nature was incredible, and I felt a deep connection to the environment. I took many photos to remember the moment. I also decided to try surfing for the first time. I joined a beginner's class with a friendly instructor. Balancing on the board was hard at first. I fell into the water many times. But I didn't give up. Finally, I stood up and rode a small wave. The thrill of surfing was exciting, and I laughed with joy. By the end of the lesson, I caught a few more waves. Between these activities, I took time to enjoy the island's nature. I walked through jungles, listening to birds. I found hidden waterfalls where I cooled off and relaxed. Every day was a new adventure, and I loved exploring the island. The adventures on the island challenged me, but they also made me happy. Snorkeling, hiking, and surfing were new experiences that I would never forget. The island's beauty and excitement will stay with me forever. Chapter 5: Making Friends. One of the best parts of my vacation was the people I met. At the hotel, I made new friends who were also there to enjoy the island. We met in the hotel lobby one evening. We started talking and soon realized that we had a lot in common. They were friendly and kind, and it felt wonderful to connect with people from different parts of the world. We shared stories about our lives and laughed together over meals. In the mornings, we often had breakfast together at the hotel restaurant. We talked about our plans for the day and shared tips on the best places to visit. It was nice to have company and to hear about their adventures. Sometimes, we would go to the beach together and spend the day swimming and sunbathing. The beach was even more fun with friends. We also went on group tours to explore the island. One day, we took a boat trip around the island. The boat ride was exciting, and we saw beautiful places that we could not reach by land. We took many pictures and enjoyed the view. Another day, we visited a local market. We walked around, looking at the colorful stalls and buying souvenirs. The market was lively, and we tasted some delicious local snacks. In the evenings, we often had dinner together. We tried different restaurants and enjoyed the local cuisine. We laughed and shared stories about our day. It felt like we had known each other for a long time, even though we had just met. The friendships we formed added a special touch to my vacation. One evening, we decided to have a bonfire on the beach. We gathered some wood and built a small fire. We sat around the fire, singing songs and telling stories. The night was clear, and we could see the stars shining brightly above us. It was a magical moment, and I felt grateful for the friends I had made. As the days passed, our bond grew stronger. We supported each other and made sure everyone was having a good time. It was comforting to have friends to share the experiences with. We created many happy memories together, and I knew that these friendships would last even after the vacation ended.
Chapter 6: Unexpected Events. Of course, not everything went smoothly during my vacation. One day, I had a very stressful experience. I lost my wallet, which left me feeling very anxious. I retraced my steps, walking back to all the places I had visited that day. My heart raced as I searched for it. Finally, I found my wallet at a beachside cafe. Someone had turned it in to the staff, and I was so relieved to have it back. I thanked the cafe staff and felt grateful for the honesty of the people on the island. Another day, I had another unexpected event. I spent too much time under the hot sun at the beach. Later that evening, I noticed my skin was red and painful. I realized I had gotten sunburned. I felt uncomfortable and worried about my skin. Luckily, I had some aloe vera gel with me. I used the aloe vera to soothe my skin, and soon I was feeling better. I reminded myself to use more sunscreen and to take breaks in the shade. Towards the end of my trip, something even more surprising happened. A tropical storm hit the island unexpectedly. The sky turned dark, and the wind started to blow strongly. The rain poured down heavily, and I could hear the sound of thunder. I felt a bit scared, but the hotel staff assured me that everything would be fine. They told me to stay inside my room for safety. I followed their advice and stayed in my room, listening to the storm outside. The storm was powerful, but the hotel was strong and safe. After a few hours, the storm finally passed. The sky cleared up and the sun came out again. I felt relieved and grateful that I was safe. The next morning, I stepped outside and saw that the island was beautiful again. The plants looked even greener, and the air felt fresh and clean. I was able to enjoy the remaining days of my vacation without any more surprises. These unexpected events were challenging, but they also taught me important lessons. I learned to be more careful with my belongings and to take better care of my skin. I also learned to trust the hotel staff and to stay calm during a storm. These experiences made my vacation even more memorable, and I felt proud of myself for handling them well. Chapter 7. Conclusion. As my vacation drew to a close, I felt a very strong sense of happiness and relaxation. The days on the island had been a perfect escape from my routine, filled with adventures, new friendships, and beautiful moments. Each day had brought something unique, and I cherished the memories I had made. When it was time to return home, I packed my bags with a heavy heart, but also with a treasure trove of wonderful memories. The warmth of the sun, the laughter shared with friends, the thrill of new experiences, they all stayed with me. As I boarded the plane, I couldn't help but smile, knowing that this vacation had made me feel refreshed. Upon arriving home, I unpacked my suitcase and found the small key I had brought with me. I held it in my hand, reflecting on its significance. It had been a silent companion throughout my journey, a symbol of the past that had connected with my present. This key reminded me of the importance of taking time for myself, of exploring new places, and of accepting the unexpected. With a heart full of gratitude, I placed the key back on my bookshelf, knowing that it would always be a reminder of this unforgettable trip. I made a promise to myself to visit the island again in the future. There were still so many stories to be discovered, and I was eager to continue my journey.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the story, be sure to check out our next video for more engaging content. Don't forget to subscribe to Learn English with Profi Jaimi so you never miss out on new stories and helpful English learning tips. See you in the next video.